is up, my beautiful friends? TJ here with another episode. Today we have a fun-filled episode of things that I should have done last week, but I didn't do. So we're going to try to get all that stuff done today. We're going to go over to the store. I've got some stuff to package and ship. It's quite a bit because I've been holding off to the last day to ship in. I should have shipped the stuff yesterday, but yeah, it'd be like that sometime. So we're going to get the stuff shipped out. Also, I'm gonna share a little bit of some like studio updates, some stuff I'm doing around here, some stuff I'm doing over at the store. We may be looking for a little bit of collectibles today because that's, you know, that's my thing. I like collectibles. And then yeah, we're gonna be making this video and a couple videos for the Pallet Jackin channel. Me and April, we filmed a video maybe last week sometime. I still gotta edit that video. I haven't done it yet, but I'm trying to figure out like the cadence of making videos on the other channel. And then my new channel that I have, which if you haven't checked that channel out, I've got a new channel. It's called Create with TJ. And then the this channel, which is my TJ Lovely channel, which is more so like entrepreneurial stuff, pallet stuff, liquidation stuff, but also just entrepreneurial stuff in general. So there may be some other things that we do in this channel that is not necessarily liquidation. But anyway, we're just going to get into it today. I'm just going to let this video go wherever it goes. I don't have a super like strategic plan, but we're going to get into it. All right, so today we have a total of 14 items, totaling $379.57. I actually already packaged up 2 of the items. So I popped those up here on the screen so you can see what those are. But we're gonna go and grab all this stuff. 14 items, hopefully I can find everything. Sometimes it's a little hard to find stuff. All right, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit smarter about this. I just pulled out my phone and I'm gonna pull up all the orders on my phone so I don't have to keep going back and forth to the computer. So the first thing we sold was a dehumidifier, TZC1. We sold it for $29.99 and it is up here. This tote. All right, so this dehumidifier right here, we sold for $29.99. I'm pretty sure I got this from the bin, so I'll probably pay either $5 or $6 for it. So I did pay $29.99 plus shipping on that. All right, next item is going to be a WWE figurine that is over here, and that is Jeff Hardy. So all of those figurines are right here. So let's see if I can find that one. Jeff Hardy, I believe. There's Jeff Hardy right there. So this one sold for $16.99 plus shipping as well. And then the next thing we sold was some green. That's funny. These green shorts. So these are in the back. I'm gonna have to go and search for these. Hold on. All right, it is a very big miracle that I found these. But these, we sold these green shorts. We've had these green shorts for a very, very, very long time, and I just decided to try to get them gone. So I just list them for like a price, I think. Sold for $11.90 plus shipping. So there you go. These little green shorts. All right, next item is in tote 11, and that is a cordless drill. Oh, actually right here. All right, so this cordless drill, we sold this for $20.40 plus shipping. And then we sold some eye patches, which is in tote 6, and eye patches, which are not in tote 6. Oh, they're in tote 3. We sold some of these eye patches. We actually have sold a couple of these in the last week or so. So that's really good. $8.49 with free shipping. So we're not gonna make much on these, but we have so many of these that we got in one of the mystery boxes. So we've got like maybe 50 of those. So we paid pennies for these. So we're gonna make at least something on that. All right, then the next thing is on F2, and it is some sort of deadbolt. Wow. All right, let's see if I can find this. All right, I was being too hard on myself. So this is F2, and it's not on F2, but it is on F3, and it is this little smart lock right here. I'm glad I found this because I was about to freak out. But we sold this for $67.99 plus shipping, and like I said, it's just a some kind of smart lock. There it is. This little smart lock right here. So I got this from the bin store. I'm sure I paid $5 or $6 for it at the bin store. All right, the next item is some sort of headlamp, and it says in C3. So here's C3. So it should be in here. Oh, here we go. This little headlamp right here. God, we almost had a disaster. All right, this little headlamp right here. And we sold that for $12.74 plus shipping. All right, next item is going to be in C2, so that's right here as well. $33.99 for this thing, and I know I paid $6 for this. So this is some sort of neck therapy light thing. So yeah, $33.99 with free shipping. So we're gonna make a little bit less because I'm obviously gonna have to pay for shipping for that. All right, next we've got another of the WWE Jeff Hardys, which are conveniently right here. Let's grab that. Jeff Hardy, as you can see, I paid $6 for these. I got a bunch of these when I got these for $6. So we sold that one for $16.99 plus shipping. All right, the next item is, oh God, what is this? These are some white towels. It says black tote, all 3 packs. So a 3-pack of white towels for $9.99 plus shipping, and it's in the black tote, which is right here. Oh, here they are. So these 3 packs of washcloths, we got this in the Target high piece count, so probably paid pennies on the dollar for those. I don't know how much these retail for. They probably don't retail for much, because obviously they're just white towels, but glad they're gone. All right, next up we have one of these icicle lights. I've made a video where I was talking about these icicle lights because they were selling for some money, and I was a little bit nervous about getting them because they're, you know, they're Christmas lights. But I priced them at $16.45, and they ordered 2 of them. So these are on D4, 2 right here, and I believe these are the ones that were open, and then the other one over here, I have one more of those. They're brand new. So I paid $6 a piece for these, and for the set they paid $32.90 plus shipping. All right, then next is, oh, this is a weird item. So this was in bin 27. So let's find bin 27. Bin 27, and then one of these little weird things. So we got a bunch of these in one of the Amazon mystery boxes, and they're such weird items. They're like some kind of toe exercise, leg exercise things. But this is something that, you know, somebody will probably look at and say, I'm not selling that. But somebody bought it for $16.99 plus with free shipping. So we made a couple dollars on that, especially with that being a mystery box item. Those mystery boxes was $45, and we got a ton of these, like maybe 11 of these or so. All right, then next, finally, this is the first one that I've sold, and it's just because we just now started listing them. So in C4, this is a Popsy. So it says C4, here's C4, and one of these. So I got a bunch of these. I paid like 69 cents a piece for these at Walmart clearance. They were 90% off, and I got all the ones that they had in stock, which was a lot. So I've got this whole bit, and I've got this whole bit that I forgot about that's not listed. So I need to get all of these listed as well. But some of them are multiples of the other ones that I have, so I don't really have to do much extra listing. But so this for $6.80 with free shipping. So not gonna make a ton of money on it, but I'm glad to kind of get these to start moving. All right, then last but not least, in C5, we have some sort of valve, 3-way valve, C5. So this is C1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So while I've been trying to do a little bit of restructuring here at the store, this little shipping area, this is like the original shipping area that we had kind of set up in the store. I guess for maybe the last 2 years. But what I did was we had 2 scale. So we had a scale back here, and then we also have a scale in the front. Well, the scale in the front, I lost the cord to it because it was in my basement. So I moved the cord from back here to the front because we were doing a lot of Whatnot shows, and it was just easier while we listed stuff on Whatnot to get the weights up there in the front, because that's where the Whatnot area used to be. So now since we moved the Whatnot area in the back, it makes more sense to have just one scale back here, and then this is also the shipping station. So you know, I always go through here and I reorganize and reassess based on, you know, us working and how it makes everything more efficient. But it was so, oh my God, when we used to have to come back here and ship, and then I would have to take everything to the front to weigh it and then come back, and it just makes it more efficient to have everything just like out right here in one area. And also me getting this cart, I'm gonna tell you right now, the cart is awesome. I don't know why I waited so long to get a cart, but just having a cart and being able to throw everything, go pick everything, put it on the cart, and then I can go through and work on my shipping, and I don't have to get up and move around and do a lot of stuff. So it's all about time saving, because time is money. So let's get this stuff packaged up so we can get it out. right, so I got everything packaged. I'm gonna go and take all the stuff over to the post office now. I only got one item that I still gotta package up. But I got the label printer for it. I gotta get a box for it. But I knocked that out in about 45 minutes, which is exciting because I don't like taking a lot of time with shipping. But let's get on to our next adventure. So I did get everything at the store packaged up. I think we've had 3 more sales since then, which is pretty good. We've actually been doing pretty well, honestly, with eBay. eBay for us is kind of hit or miss, and it's based on really us listing stuff. It's not necessarily eBay's fault. It's just us listing stuff or the deficit of us listing stuff. So between like today and tomorrow, I've got to get some stuff listed. But I've had like a little bit of an issue with prioritizing the things that I want to do. I've got so many things that I like doing. You know, I love making videos. I love making short videos. I have a pretty large like Facebook thing going on. So there's just so many things that I'm trying to do. So sometimes finding time to do the things that I should be doing, like listing or like sourcing, I just haven't had a ton of time to do that. And actually I need to get back up to Bargain Spot because we are getting a couple of pallets in. I just haven't had time to go up there and get the pallets, and then I got to figure out where I'm going to put the pallets, and then we got to unbox the pallets. It's just a lot of stuff that goes along with that. So it takes a little bit of time for me to kind of get to where I want to be with making my content, you know, making my short form content, all my social media stuff, and then our pallet stuff. And then also, not to mention, I have a full-time job, right? So I have a very demanding full-time job that I don't really talk too much about, but it's a very, it takes up a lot of time to do that job, even beyond like my 40 hours a week that I do. It's a very like labor and not labor, but like physical, like mental, maybe more mental. It's more mental stuff. It's like a corporate type job. It's just a lot I have to do with my job. So, you know, after I get off work, sometimes I'm mentally drained. Like I literally just not physically drained because I haven't really done too much like physical labor. But just mentally, sometimes I'm just not there to want to create the video or to go over to the store and unbox stuff or ship stuff and stuff like that. So just still working through that kind of stuff. But anyway, I want to show you guys what I got new for the studio, because you know me, I'm pretty excited about that. I did a whole video on my other channel. If you want to check that out, look at it here. But I did some upgrades to the studio, and I grabbed a couple collectibles while I've been out for the last couple of days. So let's look at those. So I have had a new love for Deadpool. I like Deadpool now. But anyway, I made this little Deadpool station here. I 3D printed these, which are the necklaces that is shown on the new Deadpool Wolverine movie. I also 3D printed this, and I 3D printed this as well. So I've got a Funko Pop in the other room. I'll bring it over here in a minute, but this is my little Deadpool area. I looked around here, and out of all these Funko Pops and all this stuff, I don't have any Deadpool stuff, like literally nothing. So also I bought some of these Dune figures. So I went and saw Dune 2, one of the best movies I think I've seen in the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years. Really great movie. The first Dune movie, it didn't really captivate me as much. It was beautiful, but I don't know if I was captivated by the movie. But you know, after seeing Dune 2, I am felt out of place. Like the world around me was spinning, but I was suspended in midair.
They must know that I'm the rightful king, and it's time to fulfill my destiny.
And so I got like this little Dune section. There's some new Dune figures that's coming out, so they'll be in this area. I'll get rid of this, and then I'll make this like a whole like Dune area. What else did I add? Oh, I did add this. I found this at Walgreens, which was interesting because I was going to buy this one on eBay or on Amazon for $30, and they had this one at Walgreens for $11. So I grabbed this Mystique. I love the classic blue red hair Mystique. And then I also grabbed this Cyclops, which was just X-Men 97, which I think comes out next week on Disney Plus. So this is the new one. So they have a bunch of new X-Men 97 stuff come out at some point, and I'll grab those things. So that, I think, is pretty much all of the upgrades for the 3D printing room. Now let's go over to the other room, which is on the other side of this. Before I leave this room, I did want to point out that I had to redo some of this stuff with the turtle tank. I had like this ant infestation up here in the turtle little top part where the turtle's supposed to come out of the tank. This big turtle, I don't even have a name for him, but he's a big turtle. He does not like getting up on this platform anymore. So I got to figure out something. I may be building a pond, like an indoor pond, and putting it in the garage because it's getting pretty big. And yeah, he needs some bigger room. I do have another turtle in here, and this little turtle is okay. But yeah, this big boy, he needs a bigger space. So be looking out for that in the next few months. We're going to be getting him a larger enclosure, because he needs to get out into the faux sun, and he's not doing it. All right, so in the main studio, I installed these really cool garage lights. If you saw on the other channel, if you saw my video where I was installing these, you'll see that I said I was going to possibly do 2 of these, so I may get another set of these lights and put it on this side. So this studio is very dark. By design, it's a studio, so I like to control the light and stuff like that. But when I'm in here editing videos, because I normally edit all my videos in the studio, it's not very bright. So anyway, these lights really add an extra element to this room. It makes it really bright. And then when I'm here, possibly doing unboxings or making videos about products and stuff like that, I have a really great light here. You see how bright it is? It's like super bright. And I don't even have my other light that I normally have on this area here. But yeah, it makes this area very light, bright, and I can actually work here. So normally when I'm editing my videos, you know, I'm here editing the videos, and I just feel like sometimes I'm down here in the dark. So I did figure that out, and got some new lighting. But yeah, look at those lights. Those lights are actually pretty darn cool. If you want to get some of these lights, I'll put them down in the description below, but they are really neat. So also, I went to Hot Topic today, and I grabbed a couple of things for the room and for the video. So y'all know I love these graphic tees. I love graphic tees. Anytime you see a graphic tee, if you see one that you think I like, send me a message. I may purchase it because I like graphic tees. So I did grab this Deadpool. This is the first Deadpool Funko Pop that I own, which is crazy because I thought I had some Deadpool stuff, but I didn't have anything Deadpool. So I'm going to put this over in the room. And then I grabbed a couple of shirts. I grabbed this black Flash shirt. I do have one. I believe I got one Flash shirt. Most of the shirts I have are Marvel shirts, but I thought this one was pretty cool, and I actually got a really good deal. They had buy one get one 30% off, and then plus these were already on clearance for $9.99. So really cool Flash shirt. And then I grabbed this Mario Kart shirt. Really cool. I like that one. I like the graphics on that one. And then I got this Spider-Man shirt. I don't have a lot of red shirts, so I thought this one was pretty neat because it was red with the white logo. So I got that one, and then I got Zelda. I love Zelda. So I got this Zelda black Zelda shirt. It's got a really cool graphic on it. So you'll be seeing those in future videos. So we're gonna go back over to the store, and I'm gonna grab a couple items that I'm going to list. I'm gonna try to list at least 5 items every day for the next week. So for the next 7 days, 5 items every day for the next 7 days. And then I will have on Friday or Saturday of next week, I'm gonna do like a big listing day where I'm gonna do 50 items in one day. Hopefully we can have our whatnot sale like we said we were gonna have. We're gonna try to do some jewelry, which is gonna be a different category for us. So keep your fingers crossed on that. So this is what I'm normally greeted with when I come upstairs, is the 2 puppies here, piled up, sleeping. Hey, Lucky. And Bailey just stretched out on the couch. Hey, buddy. Hey, baby. Hey, baby face. You stretching? Look at him. He is such a bone. So it was raining outside, but actually it has turned out to be a very beautiful day. Still a couple clouds in the sky, but in terms of how it feels very good. We're getting some spring trees here. Those nasty, what I call fish trees over there. God, they're disgusting. They look pretty, but they don't smell very pretty. So anyway, I think they're Bradford pears. That's the name of them. All right, so this is what that little camera looks like. This is my steering wheel. That is the camera that's outside the view. But you can see right here, it's a really cool little camera. It's a DJI camera. You can actually use this camera to connect to like a little necklace thing you can put on your chest. And it just has this bottom part. The top part is really for charging, and then it has like a little screen, but there is a screen on the back of this one. So I may make a video about this on my other channel if you want to check that out. But it's a really cool little action camera. So I'm actually surprised that I was able to find that. I was supposed to go to like 3 different Rosses to see if I could find this one, because I've been looking for it for like the last 6 months or so. But it's like a lightsaber for my room down there, and I don't like paying full price for a lot of that stuff down there, just because it's like it's a hobby. You know, it doesn't really make me any money, so it's just buying stuff because apparently I have adult money now and I can buy stuff. But yeah, I got a leak this morning that they were going to be at Ross, and I went to the first Ross and they had them. Boom. So that's pretty cool. These actually sell for about $120 to $130 or something like that. Definitely, I'm not going to sell it. It's going to be in my room. But I got it for a fraction of that price. So Ross, where's Ross? Ross Dress for Less, if you can see in the background, is one of the best places if you are a collector of things. They have a lot of stuff. You know, it's not just clothing. I used to think that Ross was just for clothing, but it's so much more than that. You can find stuff for your pets, like for cheap. It's just it's anything that you can think about, like for the home, or sometimes toys, action figures, stuff like that. A lot of times they'll have it in there for a lot cheaper than you can get it for even at Walmart. So really excited about that. Thank you, Brick University on Instagram, for giving me that little leak. So I'm done with my collection stuff today. So I'm gonna go over to the store and grab some stuff to list on eBay. So even though I want to go home and play with the lightsaber, I do have to work. So I can't make it over to the store. I'm looking at the store. So there's a couple things to note with eBay. So if you are on eBay, you need to look at your seller limits, because apparently they are going through and removing all seller limits for accounts. So mine, we don't have a seller limit. So we can list $1 billion worth of inventory, which is interesting. I think they're doing that because all these different platforms are coming out. You know, you've got your Poshmarks, you've got your Whatnot. Whatnot really is becoming a force to be reckoned with. So I think eBay is really trying to compete with Whatnot. So they're kind of like trying to do all these different strategic things to maybe get more people to list on eBay. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff with eBay that, you know, kind of eBay needs to fix, and I don't know that they're going to fix those things, or if they can't fix those things, then they've not really tried to fix it. I'm not going to say they haven't tried, but I just know that there's a lot of things that eBay does that, you know, that they can't fix, and a lot of it is really like what I feel is like really supporting the seller. You know, I understand, you know, you got to have buyers, because if you don't have buyers, then there's no point in having sellers. But, you know, I feel like a lot of times the sellers aren't as supported as the buyers. And, you know, the sellers are just as important as the buyers, because you can have a bunch of buyers but no sellers, and you're not going to be able to sell anything. So, you know, it's kind of a lose-lose situation sometimes when you're trying to accommodate for everybody. You can't accommodate everybody. Somebody's going to be higher on the accommodation list. So anyway, that's where I think we're at with eBay. So, but on eBay, I want to kind of look at some of the markdown sale options. I've done a video about doing markdown sales, but we do markdown sales a little bit differently. So on our page, when we mark down stuff, normally I'm marking down stuff at least 10%, like sometimes 15%. I'm going as high as 25% on older items, but we do this to kind of give our store a boost. And I price the items with that in mind. So when I'm pricing my items, I'm thinking about, okay, we probably will have at some point a markdown sale of at least probably 10-15%. So I keep that in mind when I'm listing the item and when I'm pricing the item and when I'm sourcing the item. That way, you know, I have margin to do that. And a lot of times we'll sell items that have been sitting around for quite some time. Not necessarily, I don't really like to put the markdown sale on like stuff I'm listing. So stuff I list today, I won't include in the markdown sale. But you know, maybe in 2 weeks, I'll include it in the markdown sale if it hasn't sold, because it does move a lot of product just for us. So I'm gonna show y'all kind of where we started the markdown sales, and you can see where we don't have a markdown sale, and you'll see kind of the difference in the amount of sales that we have in those 2 periods of time. So like here, looking at the eBay, you can see this is when we had a markdown sale. This was February the 7th, and all 4 or 5 of those days that we had a markdown sale, we did have sales. This day was $51, $34, $29, $29, and $3 of markdown sale stuff. So I didn't have a markdown sale running during this period. This was March the 3rd, and I ran this all the way through March the 8th. And as you can see, today is March the 9th. So this ended yesterday. So you can see we had $125 worth of promotional sales. Then we had $63 worth of sales, and then $49 worth of sales, and $34 worth of sales. No sales on this day, and then yesterday $43 worth of sales. So all of this would not have happened if we didn't have the markdown sale going, in my opinion. Now, like I said, that's in my opinion. I don't know for a fact if we didn't have a markdown sale, would those items have sold. Sometimes we send out offers, and that's how we sell items, but this is just through promotional sales. So I feel like we had an increase in our sales based on our 15% markdown sale. So some people may think, you know, I don't want to mark down myself 15%, you know, but also, you know, do you want to sit on your items for a year or 2 years? You know, we've had some items, and I don't know exactly what sales we made during this time. I guess I can probably look. All right, so looking at the items that are sold on March the 3rd, and you will have seen me package these up earlier in the video, but those WWE figurines, we've literally had those for at least 7-8 months and haven't sold any of them. I think maybe we sold maybe one or so. So we sold one of those. We sold those green shorts that we've had for probably 2 years. Then we sold that drill set. So we probably had the drill set maybe 4 or 5 months or so. Those eye patches, which we have sold a couple of them, but not really many of them. We sold more of them as I put the markdown sale on. And then we sold the deadbolt. Okay, that deadbolt Bluetooth wireless touchscreen thing that I couldn't find at first, we've had that for at least, I know, 2 years. So that's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years, and we actually sold that during our markdown sale. Also on the 3rd, we sold the headlamp, which I just listed that, so I'm not going to count that. So that was everything that we sold on March the 3rd. So out of all those things, probably 75% of the items that we had sold was because of the markdown sale, have been on our store for quite some time, 6 months plus. So sometimes you can do a markdown sale just to kind of get some of the older inventory out. Now, there are some ways that you can just you can do tiered markdown sales. So you can do 10% off of stuff that's been listed in the last 30 days, and then 15% off the stuff that's been listed between 30 and 60 days, and then maybe 20% off of stuff that's been listed for 60 days plus. So you can do that within the eBay app. You can go in there and kind of change those parameters and find out. So I do have a whole video on markdown sales. If you want to check that out, I'll put it up here in the link. Or if you want me to make a more in-depth video about how to set up tiered markdown sales and markdown sales in general, I can do that. Just let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm going to put a markdown sale on. So starting today, which is Saturday, and I'll probably just run it through the end of next week, or maybe I'll do it through Wednesday of next week, so that'll put midweek. I really like to have an end date. So some people probably running them for like maybe the whole month, but I like having an end date because eBay does send out a notification to potential buyers, people that have been looking at your listings when it gets closer to the end date. So maybe on that last day they say, hey, this sale is going to end in 12 hours. So that kind of gives people a reminder to go in and purchase your item. So that's why I put an end date, because they do get that reminder. But I will say that looking at the graph, if we're going by graphs and data, the first day of the markdown sale normally is the best day for us. So that's that tall bar is normally the best day for us when we do a markdown sale. And I will say, you know, you don't always have to have one going on, but we normally always have a sale going on, because it does kind of spur the sale. So we do have what they call the base, I guess, the base load of sales. And then we will have, you know, those promoted sales. So you just have to look at it and do what's best for you and what's best for your business and what's best for your stuff. But I always like having a markdown sale going. So this video has been going for quite some time. So I was going to continue on with that. I did some listing. I showed some different things that I had going on at the store, but we're going to end this video right now, and then we'll have a part 2, I guess, of episode 17. We'll call it episode 18 though, just for congruency. But I appreciate you guys for checking me out. I hope you got some nuggets of information in here. I know I talked a lot. That's just how I do. I just talk a lot. So anyway, if you like these types of videos, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Also hit the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I release new videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.